Welcome to Wellbeing A to Z. In this episode E, we take a peek at some laser eye surgery options. We discover why eggs are exceptional for you and bust some of those myths surrounding exercise. The beauty of sight is often taken for granted until things start to get a little fuzzy round the edges. But with today's technology, many eye disorders can be easily corrected. The trick is to catch them early. Have you noticed a change in the way your eyes focus? Are you short or long-sighted? A simple trip to the optometrist will perhaps shed some light on the situation. The eye test that we are most familiar with from our school days is the letter chart test. But an optometrist will also measure the pressure of your eyes and check the backs of your eyes for age-related decline, like cataracts or macular degeneration. It's recommended to have an eye test every 2 years. Conditions like diabetes, kidney disease, and high blood pressure can alter sight swiftly.
Any defect that you find, the earlier you find it, the better. By the age of 8, all problems such as lazy eyes are set. You can't actually do anything about it. Obviously, with long-sighted and short-sighted, you can sort those out later on, but if you don't catch these lazy eye defects early, then that's it. If they're having trouble seeing, they're going to have trouble reading, they're going to have trouble with their schoolwork, and they're not going to perform as well. Also, there are certain occupations where the standards of vision are quite high, and if you end up with a lazy eye and you want to be a pilot or something, you can't. But if that had been treated when you were younger, then perhaps you could.
Another sign that it's time to get your eyes tested is if you notice yourself getting frequent headaches while reading or using the computer. If no refractive error is found in your eyes, then perhaps you are suffering from computer vision syndrome. The American Optometric Association suggests regular breaks and the correct placement of the monitor to avoid dry eyes, cricked necks, and headaches. If, on the other hand, a refractive error is found by your optometrist, then it's time to go shopping for some new frames or contact lenses. The optometrist will choose a lens that's just right for your eye, then the rest is up to you. Chanel or Donna Karan, anyone? In a well-balanced diet packed with vitamins and minerals, vitamin E stands for excellence in antioxidant action and age defiance. Get your vitamin E boost with a plate of fresh asparagus. White, green, purple, take your pick, it's all good. Choose bright spears and compact tips for the highest vitamin content. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble vitamin and actually needs fats present to be digested, making nuts the perfect snack. Almonds and hazelnuts in particular are high in vitamin E and good fats. Protect your cells' membranes from oxidation with a handful. Oils such as red palm and olive are high in vitamin E. So boost up your red blood cell count by cooking with one of these delicious alternatives. Vitamin E deficiency is extremely rare in humans. This vitamin makes an appearance in many fruits and veggies, especially the green leafy ones like spinach. And of course, avocados are where it's at if it's vitamin E you're after. These come complete with good fats too for easy E absorption. Keep your eyes in condition by avoiding sugar, eating a balanced diet, and doing some simple focus exercises. You want to get away from the stress of work and everyday life in the concrete jungle. But the last thing you want is a stressful holiday in an oversized resort with yet more environment-consuming concrete everywhere you look. Imagine vacationing in a place so at ease in its surrounds that it seems to grow organically from the landscape. The oryx are so comfortable with the setup that they munch lazily along while casting an occasional eye at those interesting humans and their bouncy offspring. Welcome to your eco-escape, where you rub shoulders with nature's elite whilst leaving the lightest of carbon footprints in the desert sands. Leave the television and computer at home and the mobile switched off. This is the land of ancient delights. Falconry and camel riding are the main events of the day. Feel a sense of serenity, safe in the knowledge that your presence in this land will leave it more replenished and resource-rich than when you arrived. You won't miss the mod-cons of home as you indulge your inner Matisse. See with your very own eyes the benefit of your presence to this landscape. Your tourist dollar funneled straight into the rehabilitation of this ancient land. Flourishing vegetation and plentiful wildlife, the legacy of your soul-nourishing eco-escape. The secret's out. The key to keeping a healthy, dementia-free brain well into your dotage is to give it a good education. Experts are now saying that the risk of Alzheimer's and vascular dementia can be reduced by 46% by hitting the books. Keeping the brain active builds up a reserve of cells that interact intricately with each other. The benefits of this brain cell bank stretch on way after you've completed your course. But there is a trick. You have to keep your study stress-free. Stress while studying can actually reduce your memory capacity and mislay information. So don't take on too much. Scientists agree the best form of education for building the brain must be reasonably complex, varied, frequent, and, well, interesting. But it's not only the academic side of education that has the brain firing on all cylinders. Social participation and communication in a class environment maintain healthy brain function too. Brains do not lose volumes of cells as the person gets older. The amount of cells a person has at age 25 is close to the amount they'll have at 65. The connection between cells deteriorates with lack of use. So it's important to keep up the education of your brain right through your life. You want to keep your account full at the brain bank. New neuro pathways can be created at any age. So don't let the fact that you're over 50 stop you from learning what you've only dreamed of. Always wanted to be an artist? Educating your brain in matters artistic might be the thing that keeps you living longer. Experts in geriatrics say that those residents who regularly partake in arts and crafts keep their faculties longer than those who sit and veg out in the nursing home. The options for education are limitless. There might be a university or a college in your area that specialises in adult education. Ever fancied learning a new language? Trying out the latest dance craze? Take your pick of brain-stimulating activities. And if you can't make it to a college, experts all agree that a great way to keep your brain alive is to read, read, read. Educate or vegetate. Take the interesting option. A bona fide eco-escape leaves the wildlife, environment and culture of your holiday destination in a richer state than when you arrived. Do you need to book in for a spot of resurfacing? Sounds like something you'd have done to a car, doesn't it? But for the last 20 years, doctors have been using excimer lasers to recontour, resculpt, and resurface the eye. Contrary to popular belief, absolutely everybody has some kind of refractive quirk between their cornea, that clear flesh over the eye, and their retina, the little black hole that adjusts to the light. For some people, the refractive error is so pronounced, it hinders their focusing ability. You might be suffering from short-sightedness or myopia, which means you can only focus on close objects. Or you might be long-sighted. This is called hyperopia. An optometrist or ophthalmologist will help you decide if you're suitable for eye surgery. Most common refractive complaints are correctable with laser eye surgery. After receiving antibiotic drops and a few local anaesthetic drops pre-op, you'll be in the competent hands of the surgeon and his advanced machinery.